Good evening, traders. This is Rod with VPT. This is the Trade Journal screen recast and recap for Thursday, November 20th, 2014. So I'm just looking at this and I realize I haven't imported a few other trades from the other account in here. But let's take a quick look at what happened today. I'm going to focus mostly this update on the stock and options account. So here's our Kerpos. I know that might be a little small. Let me make it a little bit bigger here. So we have a little bit of a flyer, a Fun Friday that we got in on a Thursday, fading that big move in Apple today above 116. So this is unlikely to finish in the money, but anything can happen. A little bit of a quick pullback tomorrow in the morning, and we could get even on this, or maybe even a little bit of money. So small position there on the Apple 114 puts. We're in the Disney 90 calls. Disney was one of the laggards today and didn't get a bid in the Dow, even though the Dow recovered and closed up today, mostly because of Visa. Did a buy right on GoPro. A buy right means you buy the stock and then sell a covered call at the same time. It's called a buy right. I have no idea why the data provider for Main Street Alpha is calling this Gen Probe. I don't know what that is. But basically this was GoPro right near the close at 72 with a buy right, selling the 73 call for tomorrow for 60 cents. So if the stock closes above 73 tomorrow, I'll get called away on this 100 shares. I'm fine with that. It's essentially the same as selling the stock at $73.60 for one-day trade, $1.60, not too bad. The IWM 115 puts, we were in those yesterday at 85 cents. Many people sold them out for 40 or 50% gains this morning, but the Russell, along with the rest of the market, got a little bit of a bid today, so and ramped up near the close. Did not do our add-on there as we were looking for 1175 on the Russell, so that's in the Kerpos. It has been extremely difficult to be short the Qs. This is if we close up again tomorrow, it will be the strongest 20-session move, or 25-session monthly move, essentially, in the Nasdaq in history, in all of history. I think it'll be true for the spiders as well if we get another positive close above the 5-day moving average tomorrow. So that's historical in all kinds of facets. And if we can make money fading that, then we're doing pretty well threading the needle there. So picked up some of the QQQs for next week, the 103s rolling up from the 102s that were not favorable last week. Rig, haven't really talked much about that. That's just sort of fishing for some lows there. Our stops are around 23.5, so another couple bucks there. And then this was just very poorly managed by me. I mentioned that before. This is correct. This is the right sizing here in this portfolio. This is not the actual price. As I mentioned before today, the price is pegged in this particular software to the average price across buys and sells. So I think it actually closed today at about 7 cents. So that's the Kerpos. I'm not really thrilled with the status of this portfolio right now, but it is what it is. We'll manage it tomorrow, and ideally I can get into a few possessions that hedge this out a little bit. On a more positive note, closed out a day trade in Green Mountain Coffee, playing that big decline of over 10% today, bought 150 shares, and you can see that was actually didn't catch the low at all because it traded down near 139, but once it got down to 50-period moving average, went and jumped on that, and we're able to have a nice little day trade there. This is a portion of the BABA that we've been trading, and then finally El Pollo Loco. So we're on two of the right spots to be today. These were actually we were buying them when they were in severe declines, and the same thing with BABA. BABA's has pulled back, so that was a bullish play that we bought on the pullback there. So that's what that looks like. Let's see if I go back here. On the future side, not a lot from my side of the desk today. I was mostly just trading this really small size on the YM and essentially taking it off too early every time against a short that I have in the Nasdaq. So when I'm short the Nasdaq, it's very easy to be long another slightly correlated index because essentially you're just boxing the trade at that point. We'll talk more about that in the room in terms of those strategies. So I have about 40 winners in a row on the YM, buying them long on this ascension up because, again, it's against a short position that I have from about 42.05, 42.10s in the Nasdaq. Okay, so we'll leave it there for now. We're going to run it back tomorrow. It'll be Friday. Next week, we're only going to be in the room Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll remind you of that on Sunday, but we hope you can join us before we all go off to be thankful for all the great things in our lives. Turkey Day next week, and we will not have the room open, of course, then or on Friday. So we'll leave it there for now. This is Rod with VPT, reminding you to always trade like you mean it. You have a great evening. Thanks.